to work. It is not supposed to rain, although that's not promising. I left my jacket at work, and I didn't want to wear another one to have another jacket at work, so luckily it's about 64, 65 degrees out according to my cellular device. Have I mentioned how much I love the Grinch? Oh my god, I love this bike. It sounds good. So I'll give you the quick story on how this bike kind of fell in my lap, and after doing a little bit more research, getting back on the bikes, I just realized that the 19 was really the year that I wanted. I wanted the M8. I know a lot of people may give me crap for that, but I don't mind the M8 engine at all. Not in the least. My manager started telling me, hey, you know what we probably should do is we should probably see if we can find you the bike you want or something like you want at the auction. So we started looking at the auction. Well, the problem is right now nobody has used motorcycles, and because nobody has used motorcycles, the price of used motorcycles has gone up, which made it good for the bike that I sold, but bad because I was currently in the market for a new motorcycle, or new to me used motorcycle. So I started scrolling through Facebook Marketplace. This bike popped up in my news feed as I was looking one day, and I thought, it's too good to be true. It was about $4,000 under clean retail, which, if you know anything about motorcycles, that's a rough trade-in value, basically. So I messaged the guy and we started talking. After I realized that he was serious about selling the bike, I got really excited. Finally convinced him to come down to the dealership with the motorcycle. He lived about an hour and a half north, maybe an hour and 15 minutes or so north of the dealership. It took him 3 hours to get there. I didn't think he was coming. He said he turned around 3 times because he didn't want to sell the bike, but he had other bikes. He wasn't riding this one anymore. He was riding his older stuff. So, bike shows up. It's pretty much exactly what he said. Only downside was he didn't know how to put the bike in trailer mode or transport mode, which is you basically turn the alarm off. So every time the bike hits a bump or gets jostled around, the alarm doesn't go off. So the alarm went off on this bike the entire way down and killed the battery. Thank goodness I work at the dealership. We ran it through the shop. I needed tires, needed a rear tire and brakes. So we went ahead and tossed those on, went into finance, knocked it out. The bike is now, mine at this point. Guy's still reluctant to leave. Messaged me a few times and said, I'm just glad the bike went to a good home, and I know you're going to ride it and enjoy it. I told him about the trip to Sturgis and how really that I just didn't think the 05 was going to be a safe bet because of some of the work that I knew that it needed. So he tells me this story about this motorcycle that I currently own. That there was a gentleman that owned the bike originally. The first owner won a lotto scratch off in the amount of like $400,000. And he basically, as soon as he cashed in his ticket, went down to the local dealership, which was a dealership that one of the other sales guys that works with me was working at the time. Walks in, picks out this bike, and basically does everything to this bike that's currently on it. He did all this stuff before he took delivery of it. Shows up, the sales guy that works at the dealership with me is helping him count out $100 bills to put down on the bike to pay for it. Rides the bike for about 6 or 7 months. The guy was so strapped for cash that he unloaded the bike on his buddy and rode the bike around for a year. He put the bike up for actual retail, and I just asked him what his bottom dollar was. Still can't believe that this is my motorcycle. I am in love with it. I wanted a 19 for a few reasons. 19s came with the GTS radio, the nicer touchscreen. They came with the extra open vents in here on both sides. They came with a heel shifter, which I don't use, but I rest my foot in it like this when I'm on the highway. I do need to change that so it matches the rest of them. It's driving me nuts. 25 bucks for that stupid thing. What's going on? So anyway, that's the long version of how I got this bike, which some of you may not care. So I still think it's a pretty neat story, since it got passed from person to person. And you know, a lot of people may not have wanted it because it's green, and I actually think the green's super rad. I also have to say, like, if it rains today and I've got my rain gear, I'll be a little annoyed because it did not say it was supposed to even be a chance of rain, and those clouds do not look promising. I just hope it's a cloudy morning and those will clear up, because it's supposed to be like 85 today. Apparently I'm going through puberty. 85 today. Change. About the South is the humidity. It's already sticky out. If there wasn't a slight chill in the air, it would be gross. And that's what I hate about it. I hate feeling gross and sweaty. Man, when I lived in Orlando going to MMI, my car that I had was a 1998 Volkswagen Jetta 2.0 GT. Nothing fancy. It was a cool little car. Had it lowered and nice stereo in it. It was black with black interior and dark black tinted windows, because there's no tint law in Florida, at least I was told, so had them tinted really dark. But my air conditioning had a drain line issue, so it wouldn't drain out of the car. It would fill up the drain tray until I turned, and all the water just dumped out into the floorboard. So I hardly ever ran my air conditioning in that car. I just rolled the windows down and drove fast. Mostly because I hated getting in the car and it kind of smelling of mildew and damp air. But in Orlando, I would open the door to my apartment, and about the time I had my door locked and was getting to the bottom of the stairs, I had already started to sweat. So by the time you get to your car, you open your car, and your car's a gazillion degrees, even though mine was parked in a special parking that was covered, which helped a little bit. Not a whole lot. You got a second heat wave that hit you dead in the face when you open your car door, which was even worse after class, because I finished my classes, I think, was like from 11:30 or 11:15 to like 3:30 or something like that. So it was either going to get rained on or it was going to be a gazillion degrees. Chances of both of those happening was pretty high. But I did have a lot of fun down there. One of my best friends, old Dan the Man. Dano, I think we all have those people that enter your lives in a strange season of your life. that were 100% put there to keep you sane and for your safety. Dan knows this, we've talked about it before. That was not an easy move for me, and moved to a place where I knew nobody, where I didn't know anybody. I'm an excellent wordsmith. Jesus. Where I didn't know anybody, and it was me and my dog. One of my dogs. I moved one dog. They wouldn't let me have two at the apartment, so one of mine, a friend, watched while I was gone. So I had a boxer named Rocky. I know, super original. He was already named when I got him. But I literally, for the first couple months, really, before I had really made friends at school and was able to hang out, because I didn't have a job. Because I was in school, I was lucky enough that my parents were helping out a ton. That noise is annoying. It's got a bad belt. Yeah, it's probably that Ford. Yep. I hope my mouth breathing was not too annoying. But a few things. First off, thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and like these videos. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. Until next time. What's up, man? So anyway, like I said, thanks so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. Please hit the like buttons on these videos. It means a lot. Comment. And until the next one, cheers. We'll see you guys next time.